Perfect.
Good afternoon or good morning, everyone, depending where you are. Matthew, kick us off.
All right, sounds good. Hello, everyone. How's it going today? My name is Matthew. I am the Membership Growth Coordinator here with Supply Build Canada. Thank you for joining us here today on this Welcome Wednesday edition. So Welcome Wednesday is a quarterly webinar hosted by us, your team here at Supply Build Canada, to introduce new folks to the association, show you how to take advantage of your membership, and also keep you up to speed what's happening today and in this quarter with Supply Build Canada. So I am here today with my co-workers, Amanda W. They'll be speaking to you about stuff today in terms of our track pillar. She is the Workforce Development Manager. Amy Fakes, that is our education is our industry education engagement manager. She focuses on everything education. Our vice president, Amanda Camara, and last but not least, our president, captain of the ship, Liz Kovach, which I will hand the mic off to her.
Hi, everyone. It's awesome to meet you. We've got a short little agenda for you today. We're going to try and keep our points focused, give you as much information we can, and then, of course, leave the opportunity for some questions if you have some. But we really hope that at the end of this, you will connect with each of us on the team just to learn a little bit more about what each of us do and how you can get a little bit more involved. Next slide, please, Amanda. So we're going to give you a little overview about who we are. Supply Build Canada, formerly the Western Retail Lumber Association, is here to be your partner in business. The reason why we exist is to lead a stronger and better building materials industry. Our industry is old. We've been around a long time. Our association has been around for 136 years, but we're not going anywhere. Construction is a really critical component to our economy, and no construction project can move forward without us as a part of it in terms of all the building materials that we provide. Key things that we're really focused on is making sure that we're continuously evolving and continuously innovating the programs that we offer. And we do that by making sure we're always engaging with members and we're keeping a pulse on those needs. And while we're always giving advice and some information, one of the key things that we're really focused on is making sure that we are practicing what we preach. We know that change is inevitable, and how you innovate and adapt is really a choice. This year doesn't quite capture all of our members, but we have over 1,300 members from coast to coast. Some of those businesses are south of the border, and some of those businesses are overseas. And we are here to support all of those businesses, whether you're in the retail segment, whether you're a manufacturer, distributor, wholesaler, and a service provider that helps all of our members. We are here to make sure that we can connect you and help lead you to business opportunities. Next slide. So key focus areas that we have been focused on, and this is developed in partnership with our board of directors and our members, is really understanding what the key pain points have been for our industry, and that's where we have focused our energy. Attracting talent is a really big focus for us. We know that our industry is aging out. We have the data to prove it. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in this presentation. But we know that people will never apply for a job that they don't know exists. And the building supply industry is the best kept secret when it comes to professions and places where we can work. We all know we work in the best industry, but we have to preach to the non-converted. And that's a big part of where we're focusing a lot of our programming, which you're going to learn about in the next little bit. The other key piece that we work on is connecting. We connect members, B2B, B2C, and we're also here to connect members to information and opportunities. And we're going to talk about what some of those programs look like. And I know that some of our partners are also on this call, which Amanda's going to be super excited to introduce you to. We also have spent a significant time focusing on industry education. In conducting a labor study, we've learned we have a couple of problems. We do a terrible job of onboarding new staff. We lose about 63% of new staff in the first year because we don't have good onboarding programs for them. And we're addressing that. You're going to hear about that a little bit later. But we also want to make sure that members can see pathways and that their staff can see pathways as well so that they can continue to build their teams into really solid teams and potentially look at succession within some of your businesses. So we are going to talk a little bit about that more in detail. And last but not least, which is also the first topic I'm going to be speaking on, because this is the area that I invest a lot of my time in, is government advocacy. One thing we've learned is the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And this holds very, very true when it comes to government. If they don't know that we exist, they're not going to support us in programming. And advocacy is one of those things that not everybody understands. It's a lot of work that gets done behind the scenes. And advocacy is a marathon, it's not a sprint. It takes a lot of time to be able to make progress in this realm. And this is something that we've been heavily focused on for the past few years, and now starting to see some wins, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. So Amanda's going to take us to the next slide. And really, when we started down the advocacy path, where we really amped up our efforts was during the pandemic. There were so many challenges going on, building material shortages everywhere. There were more questions than there were answers at that time. And we took a large role in making sure that members had as much information, as much answers as possible. But we also wanted to make sure that members' customer base was also well informed. Some of you might remember, some of you may not, but lumber was the Darth Vader of the building supply world back during that time. And we spent a lot of time educating on why that came to be, and of course, some of the other shortages. Key areas that we've now grown to focusing in on is really look at some of the international trade issues that we're facing. There's a lot of instability with CUSMA. We participated in some engagements already and are going to continue to do that. We've had a lot of conversations with the Canadian government and provincial governments about tariffs and duties and how they're impacting members and, of course, the consumer. We've spent some time in Ottawa. We've also been traveling to DC, and we've actually been picked up by the Tree Frog. So I'm not sure if it's a publication that you follow or that you subscribe to, but we had prepared an article that Tree Frog had printed and distributed to their readership as well because of the work that we're doing on the softwood lumber side. Next slide, please. One of the key things that we've been leading our conversation with is really being able to paint the picture of how big we are as an industry. We are the third largest GDP contributor to the Canadian economy. Our industry doesn't necessarily know that, and government doesn't know that. This has really helped us get some traction when it comes to conversations with government. And Jay, who's our policy analyst, and myself have spent the last 4 weeks, meeting with government across the West. We've also been to Ottawa, and this is really helping us gain some traction and putting a spotlight on who we are. Lumber is at the table. We've been talking about the steel tariffs and the counter tariffs, which actually have an impact on housing affordability, not just the car and auto sector. And we make a significantly more contribution to the economy than the automobile sector does. So we want to make sure that when government is talking about trade deals, that our industry is up at the top. Some other key wins that we've had over the past is a home renovation tax credit implementation. For those of you who might live in Saskatchewan, this was implemented in 2020 and now has become a permanent solution in or program that the Saskatchewan government has offered. So we want to see people take advantage of it, and we know that it drives business to our membership. So we're really proud to see that we've had a win here. Obviously, we continue to pressure all of the other governments, but this is where we've had some wins as well. Other areas that we've been really advocating for is funding for education and talent attraction. We've received over $600,000 in government funding to help us build some of our training programs, internship programs, and all of it is focused on our members. It's investing back into our member businesses. And then we have our annual parliamentary days. Next slide, please, Amanda. We talk about housing affordability. I've touched on the duty and the tariff impacts. We're definitely getting some traction. And I know that some people were initially wondering why we would be going down to DC. We've learned, especially after we've met with the Canadian Embassy, that our industry has not had a presence south of the border. And they are one of the largest consumers of some of the products that we produce, even on the building material side. And of course, there's cross-border manufacturing that happens. We've been seeing some progress, and our next trip is coming up in July. We're on our third mission as an association while we're there. We've also participated in engagements on Made in Canada product support. We've already hosted one roundtable and have another one coming up. We've been having conversations about the Build Canada homes and really trying to understand how that's going to impact our industry, and then focused on some transportation issues as well, because these have not necessarily gotten a whole lot better since the pandemic. Next slide, please. And that brings the advocacy piece to close. And now I'm going to pass the baton over to Amanda Camara.
Thank you. Well,
Did you
I'm
see
really
me throw
excited to
it?
be here. Yeah, I caught it. I got it. Well, you know what? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. So connection, it's all about humans. And so that is one of my favorite things and why I work in marketing, actually. So we pride ourselves on connecting our members to products, to people, and to resources, which I'll talk about those other two in a bit. The video that's actually showing here, or a big flagship event as an association, is actually our building and hardware showcase that's taking place in the third week of January. We're back in Edmonton for another year, and we've just gone to RFP to all the cities, and we'll be announcing where we're headed next. But it is a massive trade show where we get over 900 dealers that come from across Canada to come actually see and check out new products. There is some purchasing that happens, but it's also for them to check out new products to market. That's something that we really focus and specialize in, is that, you know, when you're a newer product to market, a buying group might not pick you up because they need to see that the sales are happening and there's the downward push or from the consumer or the builder or contractor. So this is a really great place for products to start to get entered into the marketplace and get their products on shelves. And we have a wealth of experience. I'm happy to talk to you if that's what you're looking at, but our show is really one of a kind. You know, the video doesn't even do it justice. And like Liz and I were talking yesterday, that you really have to be there to get the energy. And we're very much a community and relationship based organization. So this is a really great place. We also do a plethora of events to promote your product and get it into educate our dealers on why they might want to use it, whether it's an industry insight night, a Know Your Pro, which we actually, the photo on the top right hand corner was an Oz block. It's like a Lego building piece. And we actually brought over 15 dealers to visit Oz block out in Manitoba here. But we do these across Canada to actually see the product and do a PK session, and we basically plan the entire thing for you. And then, of course, our directory. That is a dealer's product source guide, and that is where they can find and locate products. So if they're looking for a new window manufacturer, they can open the book, they can look for their suppliers of windows, and that's where, so it really is a really great resource. And then also on the manufacturer side, that's our list of all the dealers. So when you understand your full business potential for where stores can where you can have your product and stuff like that as well. Over to resources. We have so much at your fingertips and we want you to use us. So an example is we have our industry news here just on the left-hand side there. So it comes out every Monday morning to your inbox. Anybody in your office can receive it. JR Policy Analyst actually puts together an industry pulse. So we're basically pulling news clippings and what's going on in the industry that's right in your inbox, so you don't have to sift through a million different articles from different locations. It also includes things like housing starts, so on the dealer side, and we're potentially looking at shadow development as well, and putting those numbers in there as well. So there's some really great stuff to look for. And then, of course, it keeps you up to date on what programming is happening. I had a sales resume in there last week, and that was a high-level sales professional that was outside the industry, came back in. So there's really good little eggs and nuggets in there, so make sure you read it and pay attention. And we're trying to make it so that you can skim the entire e-news and pay attention to what's pertinent for you. Of course, our website is up to date. We have Camilla on our team who's always updating it. That's where you can find our full events calendar. We run 30 plus events throughout Canada in different cities. And then, of course, we have our app. So the app is what's pictured on the top right-hand corner. It's available on the Apple Store and wherever you get apps. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. But I'm in
Spotify.
Spotify. Well, Spotify is the podcast. That's not where you download our app. So, but anyway,
yeah, Google Play.
Google Play. Thank you. But our directory is found on our app. It also keeps you up to date with our events that are happening. So it is a really great pocket. And actually our entire member map that you saw on a slide earlier, you can actually zoom in. So if, let's say, you're on the road and you want to go visit somebody, you can actually zoom into the business and see where you are geographically. So that's found on our app as well. So you just type in Supply Builds Canada. We have our quarterly magazine, which comes out and we're really excited about. It's like 100-page. It's meaty. And you know what? I think anybody who's a dealer on this call, you'll appreciate this, that how often are you sitting behind your computer? Because I can guarantee you're probably not past 8 a.m. because you're running around the entire store. And that's why print mediums are so important to us, because this is something that you can either take home to digest, leave it on the, on the table in the lunchroom for your staff to read. There are a lot of educational articles we pull from subject matter experts. So we have really great high quality stuff. Our social media channels also keep you up to date on our articles. And of course, our lovely podcast. Liz, our talent, she brings in, and we all source really high level professionals. Ryan Caligiuri is one of them who's on this call. And, we bring insight into the industry and can kind of have those conversations with them as well. And then members and peers. The best thing about our organization is you are part of a community. And, the more you guys show up for events and participate in the programs we have to offer, the more you're going to feel it. The top right-hand corner, I had all the competitors from the Lower Mainland, the biggest dealers around Langley, at the same table talking shop, and they loved it. And it's because they don't ever get to do this. And we gave them a platform to be able to talk about what's going on in the industry. And that helps infer what we do with government. So Liz and Jay typically attend those events. The bottom right-hand corner was a retail panel that we held in Edmonton, for instance. And we had 3 dealers and a purchaser talk about what is actually going on in the marketplace. So as a supplier, you're hearing from your target audience about what you need to know from market intelligence. As a peer, you're hearing what other businesses are doing. And then, of course, we have our Build Her programming on the left there, which is a really supportive networking community in our industry to support female mentorship and development. So I'll talk about the next event. Our Build Hers are moving to professional development business courses this year. So keep an eye out. They're completely free for you to attend. We usually get anywhere from 20 to 45 individuals actually attending. This year, we're actually opening it up to everyone. It's not just for women. And so the next one's going to be in Winkler, Manitoba, actually. So I have a song that I want to play. We're going to save you some money. I was so excited for this song, you guys, to add this into my presentation. Did you guys hear it? I hope you guys heard it, because that would just be so sad. But anyway, back to saving you money. We have a handful of preferred partners that we have brought on. And so I'm going to quickly go through these. Take a screenshot. You can call Matthew or myself if you need more information. It's also available on our website. So for retailers, for property and liability, you have Cherry Insurance. They've held rates for close to 8 years. Federated Insurance, manufacturers, they are your go-to. They have really good programming for manufacturers. PIB, employee benefits. They're a broker. They can shop around to 20 different insurance companies, and they will touch businesses of all sizes. So whether you're 3 employees or up to hundreds of employees, they can look at your program and keep you competitive as well. We also offer employee perks. Now, these are benefits that you can give to your employees to help with your retention efforts. So the more you promote them, the better off, you're going to make some happy employees. So one is with Hub International for personal insurance and auto, tenants, boat insurance, whatever it may be. They offer a personalized program across Canada. Now, the caveat with a lot of these programs is you have to talk directly to the person. They can't just walk into a hub because they're going to be like, who's that? Doing. So you have to go through the people that we're talking to, actually set up because we're buying in numbers here as well. And then Rogers, they offer employee phone plans that are similar to what you can get at the corporate side, which we'll talk about shortly. You have to go through Fraser Valley Wireless. You cannot walk into a rando Rogers. They're all over the place. You have to go through Fraser Valley Wireless, but they do give white glove service. So on the business side, they also do corporate phone plans. My phone literally went from $120 to $50 a month. That is $70 in saving times 10. That's $700. You've now paid for your membership fee and then some. Go get me a coffee or take me out for a drink, please. So, but my point is there's really good savings. They look at Microsoft 360. Look at
Amanda, you're glitching, so I'm going to ask everyone.
They're a really great company to work with, and you'll be talking to Eric directly. Not like you're going to be going to talk to them. NetNow does correct.
Amanda, you're glitching. I'm going to ask everyone on our team to take their cameras off, please.
Okay. Am I still glitching, or is it like kind of caught up?
We can hear you now, but we've asked everyone on our team to close your cameras off while they're not speaking.
Okay. Maybe what I'll do too is I'll go a little slower because I talk really fast.
Okay, so we lost you at NetNow.
Okay, well, that's where I'll pick up from. So NetNow, they offer a digitized credit management system. So for dealers, it's going to be if, let's say, you have a builder and you're managing the credit application, they can digitize it, look up the P&L, upload bank statements. On the manufacturing side, let's say you're holding, if you're dealers, it operates the exact same way. Sorry, I lost my clicker. There we go. American Express gives 55 extra days of interest-free lending from a credit card standpoint. They also do point of sale systems where you can actually accept it on behalf of your builder. A lot of builders actually do use American Express. Moneris looks at is a POS system. Now the key is if you're an existing client with Moneris, they will not look at you. This is only if you don't use Moneris. They'll give you very competitive rates. BlueNet Consulting, they will actually go in and help you optimize your business. So they will look at pricing, they'll look at profit margin, they'll look at product mix. They do a lot on the succession planning, business valuation, and they'll come in. You actually get a free audit of your business, a 60 minutes, like no strings attached. And honestly, Pete is so great. He actually helped develop a business series course, and we've worked with him numerous times. Fabulous. All of these partners are fabulous. Natalie Bell can assist in HR consulting. A lot of small businesses don't necessarily have an HR arm, so you can pick up the phone, talk to her about maybe a tricky termination case, talk to her about your onboarding systems. She's a really great resource. Mark and Mandy, they operate off of home TV. They also do a lot in the marketing realm. We have a couple of packages that I can actually extend to members that we've negotiated on your behalf, where they'll do social media coverage. They'll actually put you on City News or City TV, and they'll partner with you and work with your business. And then, of course, we have BuilderWire, which operates in the B2B e-commerce space and can create websites for you to whether it's selling to your builders or whether it's from a manufacturer to your dealer as well. And our two newest partners, we have Caligiri Leadership. So Ryan actually is developing a sales course with us. He did a business at our show or a business course at our show. So specialization in sales. He's done some sales training workshops, really great with executive coaching and leadership development as well. And then of course, we also have Novus Global. So we actually have Blake joining us as our keynote for the show in January, and work with the leadership development and organizational transformation as well. So how can you partner with us? Really, our entire team, we have 6 marketers on hand, and we're here to really help your business. So pick up the phone, give us a call, and we can kind of talk about how you can get in front of your target market. And everything we develop within our realm is within the buyer journey. So 1, people need to be familiar and aware that you exist. 2, they need to actually be able to become familiar with you and understand what your value proposition is. And then we have to create the opportunity for you to be able to sell to them. So we can create different plans for you guys. So on the dealer side, we focus on recruitment marketing packages. We have an entire funnel of talent for you, whether it's more senior level or whether it's more entry level. And Amanda, like we were just at an immigrant service yesterday and did an entire presentation on entry level roles. We can offer marketing support and advice. We have a lot of relationships with home builders associations across. I've referred many people to Renee, who's on the call from the Home Builders Association of Vancouver as well. So we have lots of different opportunities and how we can kind of support you. And if you have a new product and innovation, we can talk about how to promote that and get that into the marketplace as well. For manufacturers, it's also just advertising to your key audience. We can help you get that new product in. We have our member directory. We can help you expand your market reach. So let's say you're killing it in Manitoba. You want to start expanding to Saskatchewan and Alberta. We can kind of help coach you into what are the avenues. There's distribution channels, buying group channels, the independent dealer. So there's lots of different ways that you can use us, and we want to help you guys. And so some of our upcoming events, we have 2 industry insight nights coming up in June, 1 in Calgary and 1 in Toronto. These are specific for manufacturers. So if you would like to participate and you're in those regions, please give me a call. We'd be happy to have you. And then we do have one actually this evening that's moderated, more specifically geared towards our dealer audience with American Express. And then on June 18th, we have a Build Her program. It's called Own Your Voice. And Jenny Sackelbach is actually running through a confidence workshop. And this is open to all levels of the organization. Please let us know if you want more information with any of this stuff. So I'm going to pass the baton over to Amanda W.
So I handle everything that's related to getting eyes on the industry as a whole, and ideally your business specifically, in terms of attracting talent to help you grow. So whether it's getting new people or keeping the people you have, I'm your go-to person for everything with that. The labor study, which we've referenced previously, indicated that we're expecting about 19% of the industry to retire over the next 5 years. But of course, that came out 2 years ago, so we're well into that now. In addition to that, we have a 63% churn rate in the first year of employment in the industry. Once people get through that first year, they're good. It's a very stable long-term industry, as those of us on this call know, but we are working to help to reduce that churn rate in the first year, and the QR code is there if you would like to go into it in more depth. Next, please. There we go. So our key areas of focus, also taken from the labor study. Enjoy this beautiful picture from the session we did last night that Amanda mentioned. She took the picture, so she's not in it, so that's disappointing. But we are working to aggressively expand our target pools, get positions filled, again, increase awareness of the sector, and basically just make it a go-to destination. We want people to have our industry front of mind when they're thinking of a place to work, and not doing it as, well, I guess I could work in a lumber yard. Like, we want to make it a really thriving destination that people are actively seeking out. And in addition to that, that will include further development of the training and career progression strategies that we have. We are already doing great work in that area, but there's always more to come. And then that giving people options and a career progression path will tend to reduce the churn rate as well. We have our public awareness ad campaign, which has been really helpful in helping to drive those programs. So if you go to letsgobuild.ca, that has all of the resources that we are providing to those wanting to know more about the industry, whether as job seekers or otherwise. It does get really good traffic. We continue to have more ads supporting it. And then on our website specifically, so if you go to supplybuild.ca, that is where our job board lives. It's also linked to that Let's Go Build site. And it is a free resource to you as a member. You can post any and all jobs that you have available on it. I encourage you to do so. I am constantly engaging with new organizations, new people, driving traffic to the job board, but that will only work if there are jobs posted on it. So please, please, please post on there. It is industry specific, and you have a dedicated team of people just driving attention to those job postings. We've had great success with it, so you can be a part of that too. We are expanding our career fairs. We are aiming to do 2 to 3 per province this year. In both rural and city centers. We're doing a bit of a focus on rural areas as they need a bit more support, and our career fairs do focus on diverse candidate pools. So we do have a lot of high school level, but also a lot of adult job seekers with all kinds of experience who are ready and eager to work. And we have an internship program. The big asset to doing an internship program in partnership with us is that we make sure when those interns hit the floor on their first day that they're ready to go. They will have gone through all 21 of our building materials fundamentals courses, which are like an introductory 101 level overview of all building materials, as well as an industry terminology course. We set up a tour ahead of time so they can know where they're working and exactly what their work will be. And we do aim to put them into meaningful work placements that will be beneficial for both them and for your business. We have partnerships with several schools, and we are working on an adult internship. We have our scholarships for members specifically. Last year we were able to give out 10 at $1,500 each, and then annually we give out 4 $5,000 scholarships for those wanting to get into the industry. Members and their employees are also open to apply for those, and they are targeted towards 4 underrepresented areas. Going back to the supplybuild.ca site, we do have an HR resource hub that features everything you need to know about HR. It's fairly easy to navigate and arranged in a very intuitive way. The 2 biggest things you want to take away from that HR tab are that employee benefits, you're going to go to PIV insurance, and for anything related to HR situations, Natalie Bell is going to be your go-to person. And that, I believe, wraps up everything for Attract. So I'll hand things over to Amy.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Amy Fakes. I'm the new Industry Education Engagement Manager at Supply Build Canada. It's been about a month, I think. I'm here to give you a brief overview of our education offerings. One of our key focus areas centers on one critical question. What are the costs to your business for not training your team? In the next slide there. I wanted to get kind of an idea of a sense of the room. Has anyone actually started taking any of the courses or anything that's included with your membership? Just a hands up or anything? Nothing? No. And I guess maybe a thought to throw into our chat there is, if you haven't, what's holding you back? Okay, and the next slide there. Okay, so we've organized our courses into a clear learning path that begins at the entry level and grows as your team grows. If you think back to your first week in a home improvement store or a lumber yard, if you remember how it felt as a new hire wandering through those aisles and standing in front of the stacks of lumber, it was probably overwhelming. Our foundational courses help people get up to speed faster, make fewer mistakes, and feel way more confident on the job. Okay, and to start, like the foundation courses that we offer, the building material fundamentals, they're included with your membership, and that is the critical first step for onboarding, giving your new hires the basic knowledge they need to become confident and productive fast. Faster onboarding equals fewer errors, stronger teams, smarter decisions, and better margins. Next slide there, Amanda. And then also, as we are the Canadian partner for the North American Hardware Paint Association, or NHPA, and that brings proven industry-based training to your team. Our retail suite of training courses offer deeper technical knowledge, focus on project selling, building stronger teams, improving retention, and driving sustainable growth. This is where your team stops costing you money and starts making you money. Next slide there, Amanda. And then we also offer our management bundle. It's designed to equip your managers with exactly what they need to run and fine-tune your business. We've also leveraged industry partnerships, as Amanda said earlier, to bring you massive discounts. Part of that is we've partnered with Blue House Energy. As a member, you get 10% off all of their building science courses. As the market moves towards net zero, we know that building knowledge is across the industry needs a boost. Being well versed in this, energy efficiency is only going to become more important as the building codes change. We also offer the brand safety training that's included with your membership. They offer 25% discount on regular pricing for select safety training. So if you have any staff that needs equipment certification, safety courses, I'd highly recommend reaching out to them and working with them. The key is to stay ahead of the industry, where it's going, not where it's been. There we go. And then our last, that we have strong businesses are built by strong leaders, period. So our business series guides companies through their entire journey, from the startup phase to stable growth, and eventually succession planning. With more people considering retirement, ensuring a smooth transition has never been more important. Our mastermind program helps train senior leaders to support your growth and manage your teams better. It's a fantastic opportunity to level up your executive talent. And coming up, as we said, we've always got new courses in development, but by popular demand, right now we're working on a leadership under 40 course for October of 26 with approximately 10 spots. The sales series with the RM Caliguri that's on the call as well. Yard management and estimating level 3 is in the process. So the trick to there is keep an eye on our social media and our newsletters for future programs that are coming out. And then we also offer webinars as well. There's always something new to learn at Supply Build Canada webinars. Coming up on June 4th is with Natalie Bell, focusing on employee contracts and common mishaps. She's very experienced HR and people consultant. You can access more of her webinars on our website as well. And then we've got on the 11th, it's with Hub International. This webinar will help you cut through insurance jargon and focus on coverage that keeps pace with your expertise. And on the 18th, we've also got one coming up with Order Ease. So that's really if you're being asked to do more with the same team or struggling to keep up with demands, this session will show you where to focus.
Can I actually add two things on the webinars? So the one on June 11th, everybody, that is actually for your employees. So that is one where if they want to look into this program that we have with Hub, they're going to walk through personal considerations for home insurance. The one on the 18th is actually for manufacturers. So that one is actually, they actually have an entire marketing system that can assist you in helping better support your retailers. So if you're a retailer, it's your busy season anyway, so I wouldn't recommend tuning into that one. But for sure, the June 4th employee contracts is a really good one. And then we have about 2 to 3 a month that are completely free for you guys to take as well. Okay, go ahead, Amy.
No problem. And then the next slide. So we also have our podcast, which is hosted by our very own leader, Liz. She reaches out across the yard to guests from around the industry. New episodes every Saturday, except for January. Together, they discuss topics that are both relevant and useful to your membership, such as sales, business development, and product innovation. Please find, again, all of these are on our website under the Education tab. Register for them today. Thank you. And the key takeaway is every strong business starts with a strong foundation, no exceptions. One of the benefits from your membership, we offer you can see all of the modules that we offer through training. You get 50% off of our retail suite, which is a huge savings. The 25% off the safety training, as we mentioned before, and then the building science. And also, just as a reminder, free with your membership, you've got access to the building material fundamentals, the FISH customer service course, which is a fun one for everybody, and the business series as well. So the big thing is let's get your teams trained and ready for the future. Okay. Yeah, and then every strong business starts with that foundation, no exceptions. So if you're serious, register today to start growing your teams. And most of these have a cost savings as well, and you can find everything on our website. Yeah, so the big thing for me is if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would love to schedule a time to go over our programs and how we can help grow your teams. Just reach out to me when you can. Thank you very much for your time, guys.
Okay. Who's introducing the team here? Was it you, Matthew?
Yeah, yes, I definitely can introduce the team. So, as you've seen, some of us today have been on the call, but not all of us are here. So, obviously, you guys should be pretty familiar with Liz, our president. Jay Dion, he is our policy analyst. So, him and Liz work on the advocacy together. Jay is also usually the most sharp-dressed man in the office. So, too bad we couldn't get him on the call today. Amanda W. handles everything under the attract pillar. And also, I would love her to narrate my life. She is just funny and full of jokes all the time, keeping the vibes up. Amy, give Amy a nice round of applause. First Welcome Wednesday and did a great job introducing all of our education stuff. Travis, not only our Director of Finance and Administration, is our golfer extraordinaire of the office. And then we'll carry it on to the next slide. There is Amanda with all the bright ideas, not just what her what her picture is showing you. She does have a lot of good stuff cooking up there. Dimitro is our marketing manager that is new with the team as well, zenning out on the nice table there, as you can see. Now, I'm not going to include myself in here, but Alyssa and Camilla, the two of them, do a lot of great work that is seen by all you guys all the time, but not necessarily seeing them and who they are. So we drive them up the wall sometimes with the requests that we have with the things that we do, but those two girls are real great backbones of the association that keep everything looking so pretty and nice all the time. And then last but not least, Amelia Carrera, she can probably hear me through the other wall here. Our offices are right beside each other. For the preferred partners on the call, I do meet with you, I do chat with you how things are going, but Amelia is really the hardworking backbone that keeps everything up to date and well in your work back schedules. And Amelia does a ton of stuff with our events, our marketing. She is great as well. So that is our team there. And I think we have one more slide. So your membership sign in and walk through. So when you guys become a Supply Build Canada member, you will have access to our website where you can log in. This is usually used with your username that is your work associated email address. Don't put your personal one. Work associated one. When you get that, you first will hit the I forgot my password or username password, that slash right there at the bottom under login. You'll click that to set your first time password, get in there. If you do have any issues, you can email myself or Travis. Give me a call, whatever it may be. We can usually get that cooking right away for you, and that gives you access to a lot of the stuff that was shown on here today. And I think without further ado, that is it. That was a lot from us. We want to hear a little bit more from you guys. So now the floor is yours.
Do you have any questions for us?
Well, first, no questions, but good job, team. Good presentation, and thanks for the high quality information. I had no idea that you guys had so much stuff going on, and even though I've been talking to you guys for a little while, and I downloaded your app too. That's a sick little feature there. I like it.
Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's
Well done,
Camilla's
you guys.
baby. Aw,
Yeah.
thank
No
you.
doubt. I love
Camilla's here somewhere. She just doesn't have her camera on, but
It's in the
all the
background.
digital stuff that she's our secret weapon.
it.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's
I love it.
mhm.
He peeks in once in a
The
while.
wizard behind the curtain, I guess. Hey, I love it. Good stuff. Well, anyways, no questions for me, but just wanted to give you guys kudos. It was a very good presentation and good overall information. So thank you for that, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you, Mr. Caligiuri. And maybe one comment, just from my perspective to close out, is we are here to support the industry. Our entire team is here for you. We work for you. So if there are challenges or you have some pain points that you're struggling with, please give us a call, because there's a lot of things that we're working on. We didn't really get a chance to dive into everything that we're working on simply because of time. And you'll get to learn that through all of our communications. But we're looking at some of the immigration issues. We know some of our members are facing potentially losing some of their employees. And so we're paying attention to those things. We're having conversations, and we're now engaging in some of those bigger platforms where we can actually make a difference. So something that might seem small to you might actually be a commonality amongst some of your peers and some of our other members. And the more that we're aware of the challenges, the better we can then support those needs and develop programming that at the end of the day is here to support you. So feel free to reach out to any of us. We all really like to make friends. We all like to, have a chat over a meal as well. So if that ever works out with you, please keep us on your agenda. We want to be there to support you. Okay, we're going to go once. We're going to go twice. And if there's no questions, we will give you back 14 minutes in your day. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a really great afternoon and upcoming weekend, and enjoy the amazing weather we're finally getting.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Appreciate it.
Bye,